But if you click the title, you'll see everything we're talking about today. The first thing I do want to talk about today, I do want to get into Big U. I really don't got no video for Big U. I just really want to say this about somebody like a Big U. Hold on, let me get that. His real name is Eugene Henry. He's a rolling 60s crip. And we're talking about a dude who's almost 60 years old, who, if you read the paperwork, it's like 127 pages. I read the paperwork. This dude here, I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. There's other things and other ventures he could have went to. You can't get these niggas just want to be niggas, bro. Niggas just want to be niggas. It's like Myron say on First Fit. Niggas just want to be niggas. For you to try to extort the weak, it's crazy to me, bro. And what I mean by weak, I'm just talking about people who are not affiliated in gang culture. For you to put yourself in a position to where you try to overpower strongman people out of money, to me is lame, bro. Why you just don't build relationships and try to and build relationships and try to go into business with these people? Yeah, both win. Why you gotta bully and put fear in them? That's lame, but that's not how you get no money for real, bro. There's other ways to get money. You can build relationships that can last long term, but you thinking short term because you trying to make money, and you shouldn't even be broke. Somebody in your stature, somebody doing what you're doing, you shouldn't even be broke. So for you to be trying to extort people, for you to be punching on people, for you to be allegedly have killed somebody over a diss song, even though this person not even that big of a rapper, it's just like, why? Why? Your son in the NFL, started linebacker for the Chargers. Why? What's the purpose? What's the point to do any of the stuff that you're doing? What's the purpose of it? It don't make no sense. I don't get that type of culture, bro. These dudes stupid. These dudes stupid. Why 100 right about, bro? Bro stupid, bro. Bro stupid. Bro stupid. And I used to listen to White 100 all the time talk about Big U. How he described them, bro. It's just like, I used to listen to him. And I used to watch Big U podcast he used to have on World Star. When you watch it, I just sit back and I just be like, bro. Everything White 100 talking about true, bro. You just, when I see Big, you just seem like a nigga who just, he phony. He's a phony dude, bro. Now all this coming out against him, bro. I don't feel bad for Buddy at all, bro. He gonna get everything he deserves. Everything coming to him, he deserves it, bro. Cause you don't do people like that, bro. You don't pick on people. You a big nigga too, bro. So by default, bro, it's like you bigger than people. Like you know what you doing. You know you wrong, and you almost 60, and you still doing this type of thing, bro. For you to promise bringing two artists to a club or whatever, you don't bring them, but you still want your money. That's some lame ass shit, bro. Try to bully a nigga out of some money when you promise him you gonna bring two artists there. That's lame, bro. That's lame. That's lame. For you to be robbing people, taking money from people, just doing lame shit. That's just so lame. You too old, bro. You too old. You could have gotten the music industry. You could have blew up some of them young artists, bro. A lot of times, let's just be real. Some of the gang bangers, they make the better music. You know what I'm saying? They just keep a lot of the gang banging niggas make the better music. You could have found somebody in the crib that's decent of a rapper to blow up, to use, get off your feet, make some money, and be relevant for something positive, not nothing negative. But instead, you still want to be bully. You still want to be gangster. Now look at you now, bro. Now you're on the RICO. Feds. For the feds, you're not getting out of this, bro. They got you for murder, extortion, prostitution. They got you for a lot of stuff. Sex trafficking. It's a wrap. You and your dude sleeping with girls, you're not paying them. They got people telling. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I know that they say his his DNA under dude fingernails non-exclusive, but let's just be real, bro. Like One plus two is three, bro. Like we gotta stop, bro. Common sense is common sense, bro. Based on we were hearing what type of shit this nigga doing at his age, you can't tell me you believe he extorted people, but you won't leave, you won't kill nobody. What's the difference? What's the difference? Because extortion could still be you pulling a gun out on somebody and forcing them to give you some money. So it's no different, bro. So to me, I just look at it like Buddy just a bully. All he was wanting to do was just bully people. And now you're dealing with the consequences of it. You can't bully your way out. You can't bully your way out the feds. Now you probably gonna get life. You gonna get some football numbers. You gonna get life. You gonna get some football numbers. You probably is gonna be life. You gonna get some football numbers, and you got to deal with that. Now you're looking at people like Loose Cannon, who just if you just shut up, you know what I'm saying. But you don't gotta talk gangster to prove that you gangster, bro. Like we get it. And a lot of stuff Luke Cannon's been doing when he punched on Molly, dude that used to date Nikki Baby, the little like, the bald head dude. He punched out on him, the DJ type dude. He punched out on him. When he knocked out dude outside the no jumper parking lot, but you just putting attention out on you and you don't care. And you just this tough guy. You probably is a tough guy, but you don't have to talk about it or prove it all the time. Now you in the hole. You in the hole, bro. You don't even a nigga like me know if you gonna commit a crime, bro. You don't speak on no crime that's not closed. That's not that case is not closed. No crime that's not has not been dismissed or closed. You don't speak on. That means you ain't did no time for it. That you done time for it already. So it ain't nothing you can't incriminate yourself on it. You don't talk about nothing that you incriminate yourself. You don't talk about nothing that you ain't been to jail for it, been to the court for. And these dudes just talk about all this stuff that ain't never been tried on. Like they can't, the feds or the state can't look at this and say, okay, let's lock these niggas up for this. Okay, let's take this on. Let's take this on. Let's build this up. Let's build this up. These dudes, they just talking freely about all this criminal stuff. It's stupid. It's stupid. There's other ways you can be entertaining besides talking about criminal stuff. And then people want to blame Adam 22 and all these other podcasts. 'Cause I know a podcast, a lot of the stuff that they get the feds are getting all this information from and confirming information is from the podcast. People want to blame No Jumper. People quit to blame Adam 22. You can't blame Adam 22 for these niggas' mistakes. Adam 22 ain't no fault for what these niggas doing. These niggas be talking because they want to talk. It's not Adam 22 fault, bro. That he asked questions and he didn't answer. And it's like, come on, bro. They know what they up there for. Adam 22 ain't racist. He ain't prejudiced. He ain't doing none of that stuff, bro. He ain't no culture vulture, bro. He doing exactly what anybody else would do. They went to TMZ. They went to Fox. They went to any of these other networks. They doing the same thing. Difference is Adam 22, he independent. The difference, he independent. So people hate on it, bro. When you independent, people look at it different. They want to call you culture vulture. When TMZ do it. When TMZ put a camera, when they walking around putting microphones in people's faces, they doing the same thing. They go to Adam 22 show, they just talk freely, they smoke their weed, they talk freely. And now look at now you in the jail. Bruce Cannon talking about, oh, we did a robbery. Then the folks that we robbed came to the spot that we was at. It's like, bro, why would you say that? Did that case get dismissed? Did you do time for that already? Is that case closed? Why are you talking about this case? Why are you even mentioning this? You're incriminating yourself. They probably already knew this. Now you confirm it. Let's go get them. And that's what happened. It's in the paperwork. He, back to conclude this, bro. Big U is just Eugene Henley. He just dumb. He dumb, bro. He old enough to be somebody. He probably got grandkids. And he just stupid. Now he gonna be in jail. He ain't gonna be able to see his son play football. Let's say his son is one of the best linebackers for the next 10 years. Probably going to the Hall of Fame. You can't watch your son go to the Hall of Fame. You can't watch your daughter grow up. You can't die old with your wife. You just stupid, bro. You just stupid. All because you want to want to live up to this stupid thing you've been living up to since you was a kid. It's gang culture, which we all know it never ends well. Gang culture is not. You can't retire. Retiring from gang culture is going to jail. That's how you retire from because you can't do it no more. When you in jail, you're going to live by somebody else's rules. You can't live by gang culture rules in jail. You living by the prison rules, nigga. The guard rules, what they say. Yes, you got clicks in there, but they all still obeying what them guards say. The nigga say go to bed, get in your cell, nigga get in your cell. So stupid, bro. You don't get nothing from this, bro. You could have took another. You could have went did something else. You could have took another turn and ventured to something else, but you wanted to stay into the stupid shit. Now you dealing with stupid consequences. So me, I just think it's stupid that we dealing with somebody who's just like I said, they almost 60 years old, and we're talking about he's robbing people, he's bucking up on niggas, talking about give me 30,000. Like, come on, bro. Like, you almost wheelchair status. You almost come on, bro. The fuck, like you like nigga big as hell. You a big nigga. You big as hell, bro. Like nigga, come on, bro. I'm not surprised these niggas scared. I'm not surprised, especially if they ain't never dealt with no nigga that's big like you like that before, and never really been in an altercation with no big nigga like that. Of course they'd be scared. Some of these dudes you dealing with probably ain't never been in a fight in their life, so you preying on the weak. And why would you not prey on the weak? Because most people who get extorted are weak people. Because people know who to play with and not to play with. You ain't gonna extort no people that's affiliated, but you extorting people who not because you know they gonna give it up. And all you gotta do is say I kill you. You go to the cops and they gonna believe it, not knowing, brother. You go to the cops, how you gonna kill you? If you go to the cops on him, he's going to jail. And everybody else, why would they come after you knowing now that's hot now? So why would somebody else risk trying to come after you when you lock him up to make it hot on them? When as soon as they lock him up, they gonna get the names of everybody that's affiliated with him. Cause that's how it works. Now, everybody gonna be hot. Now everybody gonna be scared. So it don't make sense to be scared. But these people don't know that, bro. Cause they never been in those type of situations, those positions, or they don't understand that type of stuff. And they didn't grow up like that. The common sense ain't common sense to everybody. So now, like I say, my boy Big U, it's a wrap for you. I feel bad for you, honestly. I feel bad for you, honestly. Hold on. Okay, next topic. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm done with that, bro. Next topic I want to get into is Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club. We just putting out, we just gonna get up. We don't get into all the topics that we missed a lot of topics that we should have got into. If I'm being honest, we missed a lot of topics. So Jess Hilarious Breakfast Club, the song is so this is gonna be a quick little topic. I ain't gonna show no video. Most of everybody's seen it already. So Shawty basically, it's really Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb basically made her come out and speak on the situation with her and the Breakfast Club because remember she was on paternity leave because she had a baby. And brought in Lauren. Shawty used to be on TMZ. She's very experienced when it comes to breaking down or reporting on things that's going on. So what? They got the news segment, you know what I'm saying? Angelique used to have it. It was just with the mess. Just hilarious called just with the mess. Her giving up the news. It's hilarious. Some people say she come off like she can't read. And when you on a big radio station like the Breakfast Club, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't sound like you can't read, bro. You can't sound like you're not confident in what you're saying. You can't sound like you don't understand what's going on. The words on the paper and not working. You feel what I'm saying? So, but with Lauren, when she get on there, it's smooth. But she's been, you know what I'm saying? She's been taught by the best of the best. TMZ. You can't be on TMZ and you can't report, put out a paper, put out a story going on, and be confident in what you're saying. You're gonna look stupid. You probably get fired. But Shawty coming in with that experience, and I'm gonna give it to her. But she killing it. Now they done took just hilarious segment and gave it to Shawty because Shawty better at reporting the news and giving the news up in a way that people enjoy it and that people like how people like it. Corey Holcomb keep clowning just hilarious because he call it just the less. But now she go on live because she tired of Corey Holcomb. She feel like why nobody at Breakfast Club don't be defending her through Corey Holcomb. First of all, why would anybody defend you against Corey Holcomb? He gonna cook their ass, nigga. They know people gonna choose like out of everybody. Why would I defend you against Corey Holcomb? Just let Corey Holcomb talk. First of all, in my opinion, if Puerto Rico didn't even like me, I wouldn't even care. What's the point of caring so much about what people think? If you're confident with what you can really do, you're not worried about what the next man say, whatever. Because everybody gonna have an opinion. You talk about people. I just don't get how somebody who talk about people, who lived off talking about people and everybody business, just like how everybody else is, you get mad when you get critiqued. All y'all want to be famous. Then when you get judged, like how famous people get judged, now you don't like it no. Now you want people to defend you. It don't work like that. If you want to be in this spotlight, you want to be big, you want to be this type, you want to be on this tier, this type of tier, type of level. You understand? Criticism come with it. The more notoriety you get, the more famous you get, the more people gonna talk about you. Kardashians, everybody talk about the Kardashians. Everybody got an opinion on the Kardashians. That's how it is. Everybody got an opinion on Drake. It's just how it is. Everybody got an opinion on LeBron. Everybody got an opinion on Tom Brady. Everybody got an opinion on Michael Jordan. You big like that, the bigger you are, the more people gonna talk about you. So you gained that, bro. That's what you get from that. You just can't. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. And that's the problem. People want one thing. People want to do shit, but then they don't want people to do shit to them or critique them, but you critique them. Because you want people to help them. But why asking for help? You shitting on your people. You shitting on your team. You talking down on Lauren. You saying X, Y, and Z, or I did X, Y, and Z. Are you talking down? That could have been a private conversation. Why go on the internet? But you know why? Because that's what everybody do. The bug and shit, bro. You had to kill a bug, bro. Yeah, yeah. That's what everybody do. So when you dealing with that, bro, it's like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like you can't like you can't go on the internet and dog out your teammates, bro. That shit lame. And then you double down when you go on the show and you keep trying to justify it instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm wrong. I apologize." It's like let me keep double down on it. Let me keep double down on it. Let me keep double down on it. It's like, bro, like what the fuck? But that's what people do who don't never want to be wrong. It's people like that who they don't never see nothing wrong they do. They always gonna tell you something you did wrong, or they always gonna try to tell you why they feel the way they feel instead of just saying, you know what, I'm wrong. No, no, I had to have a right to feel the way. No, you don't, bro. You wrong. You fucking wrong. Take accountability that you wrong and let's move on. But people don't never they want to keep dwelling on the fact why they wrong. They want to keep explaining. It's like, bro, there's no need to explain why you're wrong. You're wrong. People don't. Everybody always want to justify shit they do, and she was wrong. That's why she got called out by DJ Envy. That's why she got called out by Charlamagne the God. Bro, just give it up. Shut the fuck up. If you're wrong, you wrong. Try to keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Then it's like, bro, come on, bro. Here you go. Here Jess Hilarious go. Here Jess Hilarious. Here she go. Here she go. Here she go, bro. It's like, here she go. The people that talk about it say she's not a good comedian. They say she's not funny. She doesn't translate like DC Fly and Desi Banks. That's okay. A lot of them don't translate. A lot of them don't translate, and it's okay. But but you're on Breakfast Club, bro. That's good. That's a great accomplishment. It doesn't matter how I say they say radio's dead and all that. Breakfast Club's still booming. They get certain guests, certain clips, and certain topics they talk about with the guests go viral all the time. So they're still relevant in the culture. So her being on there is a big thing, bro. So that's still good on her part for Breakfast Club to believe in her and want her to be part of that team and part of that group. That's big. So that's props to her. But embrace your role. Embrace your role. Don't think you're bigger than the program. Sometimes she come up like she thinks she's bigger than the program, and you can't be like that because you're not bigger than the program. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. Bad, y'all. I just got some food. So while I try to nibble on some food because I haven't ate all day. Next topic I want to get into is Sauce Walker, which is crazy. We're gonna actually play some 1090 while I get situated real quick. Shout out my boy 1090 We're gonna let him break down what happened. So, let me pull it up real quick. It's Sauce Walker and his artist. I think so. P is something P. Hold on. Let's find it real quick. Hold on. Let's see. What's it? Yeah. Say So P. Him and his artist both got shot. 1090 break it down. Hold on. Hold on. I'll never do it like that. I'll never do it right for you, boy. Here we go.
Memphis is known for birthing rap superstars, but on the dark side, the city of Memphis is also
Eat
known
real
for
quick
taking
though.
them.
Enjoy the
Nobody
video.
from pastors to kids to legends would be spared from the murder rate that leads the nation per capita.
And we have been reporting on a shooting death at a downtown restaurant and bar. And we have a heartbreaking update. We can confirm now that prominent Memphis pastor Ricky Floyd has been shot and killed.
Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar.
Memphis detectives have confirmed with your news leader the victim is Pastor Ricky Floyd, the senior lead pastor at Pursuit of God Transformation Center in Fraser. One of the city's latest deadly attacks in which a city leader became caught in the chaos. It's a reminder to some crime can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone.
What's up, everybody? It's 1090 I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Memphis rapper Say So P being killed in his own city after accidentally posting his hotel. March 22nd, 2025, it was 2:40 in the afternoon when gunfire would erupt outside of the Westin Hotel in downtown Memphis. This was just across the street from the FedEx Arena where the Grizzlies play, an area not accustomed to broad day shootings. A video would emerge from a hotel guest peeking out their window of a man on the ground surrounded by police and paramedics. He'd appear lifeless, laid out between a black truck and the curb. A blue tarp would be placed over his body as more footage from the scene would show another man standing by an ambulance. Several police vehicles would respond as they began taping off parts of downtown to piece together what just took place. At the same time, news began to break on the internet. 34-year-old Houston, Texas rapper Sauce Walka was reportedly shot, along with his 27-year-old artist Say So P. Sauce Walka is said to have taken a bullet to the leg, was originally listed in serious condition, is now stable and expected to survive. But Say So P was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene. Law enforcement would announce they believed the two men were targeted, while Sauce Walka's family would tell TMZ he wasn't the intended target, implying the shooters were gunning for Say So. According to police, the shooters jumped out of a white vehicle, opening fire from the street as the rappers stood in the valet section of the hotel. Detectives tracked the vehicle using real-time traffic cameras as it fled outside of the downtown area.
Discovered two people wounded by gunfire. The officers immediately started rendering first aid to the victims. The officers summoned a Memphis Fire Department ambulance. One of the victims has been pronounced deceased here on the scene. The second victim has been transported to Regional 1 Hospital in critical condition. The suspects got out of a vehicle and appeared to target the two victims as they were in the street. They got back in the car and fled the scene. They fled the car in a white, the car they fled in was a white vehicle. Detectives from the Real-Time Crime Center have tracked that vehicle as it fled into areas outside of Memphis.
Latorian Hunt, who was more commonly known as Say So P, grew up in the Raleigh neighborhood of Memphis. Recording music as early as 11 years old, Say So would struggle in poverty throughout his childhood and into his teenage years. Making money as a young adult, Say So would move to Vegas where he stopped finding success with his music. In late 2022, he'd signed to Sauce Walka's TSF label. Now a signed artist, Say So would move again, this time to Miami where he'd have a few run-ins with the law. The following year, Say So would drop a song titled Back in Memphis.
I'm back in Memphis, black truck switching lanes. I remember being broken, fucked up, but things changed. I'm back in Memphis, where niggas kill you for some pennies. I got niggas I grew up with said I can't come to my city. I'm back in Memphis.
Although the song came out prior to his death, the lyrics eerily resemble his demise. Say So would die next to a black truck in his own city, where his own friends he grew up with told him he couldn't come back. Although the police investigation is far from finished, early reports describe an ambush-style shooting, while many would have assumed it was a robbery. Looking at Say So and Sauce Walka's Instagram stories, it would appear Say So brought Walka to Memphis.
Poppin', man, I know what's going on, man. TSL Memphis shit.
Where we at, though?
And we in Memphis with this shit right now, in the M right now. You know where these rap niggas don't come to. But Sauce nigga gonna be here, man. Sleep here, stay here, man. You know, so as long as we want to, man. You think what I'm saying? Certified, man. This shit going the fuck on outside right now.
Outside popping this shit, bro.
Hey, popping this shit, man. Normal shit, records, man. You know what I'm talking about? You think what I'm saying? Head to toe, that man. Head to toe, man. I see that boy. I'm on land with that boy. Louis, that boy. Shit going on, man. What the fuck? Sosa boat? Ranks in this bitch?
Come on, man. Shit, it's a normal day in the South Side, like.
Yeah, normal day in the South Side, P. Go yards everywhere, diamonds everywhere, just bankrolls everywhere, money everywhere, just whatever, everything, shit everywhere, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Ruckers.
They both post from inside of a restaurant/bar called Reservations. They could be seen in a section along with West Memphis rapper YTB Fat, who the bar promoted on Instagram as hosting that night. Another TSF associate named Sosa Man can be seen wearing the same outfit he'd be seen in the next day, standing outside of the ambulance. What they may not have realized was Say So actually dropped their location. Although he tagged Sauce Walka never reposted a video where they could be seen in front of a hotel door that reads Westin. With only one location in the city, anyone who looked hot enough now knew exactly where the rappers were staying. So why didn't they get touched at the bar or on the way to and from? Come to find out, they hired private security, a smart move many rappers avoid. And while their security wore badges, these motherfuckers were outside posting like the rappers.
Shit going on, man. Get with this shit, man. Get with this shit, man. Get with this shit and get rolled over, man. No way out. No way out. No way out.
Of course, the security would catch blame following the news, but one of them would take to Instagram not only showing appreciation for the opportunity, but letting everyone know he was only hired to escort them to reservations and stand guard. After that, they went their separate ways, meaning Sauce, Say So, and Sosa transported themselves back to the hotel and had no security the following day. With no actual reports of this being a robbery, it's more than likely Say So was targeted because he was back in his hometown. And as everyone knows, your hometown can be your downfall if you don't escape. But for some reason, rappers with a point to prove keep going back and losing it all. Rest in peace to Say So P. Now this was unexpected, and obviously with Sauce Walka being the bigger rapper, the focus was more so on him. People are seeing his face in the tabloids because everyone isn't as familiar with Say So. But once it was known that Sauce Walka was good, then the focus was damn, they killed him. Sauce Walka almost got killed, could have got killed. And he's been in situations before. I mean, there was even an LA situation where apparently somebody pulled a gun, and I heard from somebody who was actually there that Sauce Walka was with the shit wasn't scared for nothing. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean he's dumb either, though. They were smart enough to have security. They just didn't feel that they needed it the next day, and it could have been they were just leaving the hotel. Whatever the situation was, they didn't think that in that area somebody would pull up and just start firing. And the fact that Say So left Memphis early on, moved to Vegas, then moved to Miami, it's like, who is he still currently into it with? I mean, we won't know because we're on the outside looking in. He could have had real beef, and the second he touched
So my thoughts on that, bruh. Shit crazy out here, bruh. This shit crazy. Every nigga want to post a video. Everybody want to show how hard they is, not knowing that it's not that nigga harder than you. It's niggas that's dumber than you. What I mean by dumb is niggas that do dumb shit that'll risk their life and risk your life just to seem cool or to make a statement or to just stand on business. That bullshit that we always talk about, stand on business for that stupid shit, bro. But for these niggas to kill this man in broad daylight, it's stupid. It's dumb, bro. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, bro. Why do you have to post everywhere you're at? What's the point? What's the point? Why not post a video and move then post it when you're not even in that area anymore? That's the smartest thing to do. Why everybody gotta post where they at? Or if you're gonna post something live, post it to where nobody don't know where you're at. Not make it obvious where you're at. You can post up at a hotel or something like that, but post be in the corner. Why are you in front of the door? What's the purpose of being in front of the door for? All these dudes want attention so bad, and you get attention, and it's attention to where your life is taken. Now it's a wrap for you. Now you looking stupid. Now this video right here, second video I'm gonna play, is Rainwater talking to Whack 100 about the incident. Rainwater, if you don't know, Rainwater was Mo3 manager at one point. R.I.P. Mo3, bro, made some good music. So let's hear what Rainwater had to say about the Sauce Walka and Say So P murder.
Stood over Walk and see, realized it was Walk and said, nah, you good. He knew what he did and ran out. Yo, face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
And Big U have his own stuff, his family, and everything, right? What you proceed to get on social media to do, I don't unalive. Family makes sense, but the number one question on social media and say things was a fan of Sauce Walka.
Between Dallas and Texas, something.
Yeah, he's a goofy.
Yeah, he put a list of artists between Dallas and Texas. I mean Dallas and Houston. There's a few names I didn't know, so it's a lot of new niggas bubbling. Well, I ain't gonna even say bubbling, but they down there. Cause me and you both know this urban is it's a little difficult right now.
Yeah, it's watered down right now.
It's watered down. Them labels they ain't turning on the water. They try to turn that shit off. So it's a lot going on our side. I talked to Loose Cannon today. He waiting to get extradited back to Los Angeles so he can try to get another bail hearing.
Yeah, but how was he cool with Big U like that, and he was cool with you?
See, I want to see what Wack is gonna say. But that's another weird situation within itself, right? Because Loose Cannon, but my thing, and then next you know they spilling all
years. It probably been about 2.5 years since he was.
Don't let no switch on him fast.
See, you hear what he said? He said he switched on him fast. This is why. Let me tell you, and I might be crazy, right? But I think it's always been a plot. If you've been paying attention to the lead up, the build up of everything that transpired before Big U was actually
going on with Sauce now?
I think they said. I think that white. I mean, that white
He
boy
dead.
mentioned. Yeah, he from there though. He had some more shit going on there.
Oh, he from there?
Yeah, he from there. So
Now
it
it's
looks.
making sense because I thought the nigga. I'm like, is this nigga from Texas?
Nah, I heard they stood over Walk and see realized it was Walk and said, "Nah, you good." He knew what he did and ran off.
Oh, they stood over it.
Yeah, and realized it was Walk.
Oh, they didn't know it was him.
They ain't know him now, buddy from there. He was popping it on that Sprinter. Like we back, I'm back here. You know, he was popping this shit. I'm here. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. I'm with Sauce Walka.
Oh yeah, he tripped. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know that. I didn't know that. They got so many new niggas running around here, a bunch of names. I seen my guy, what's his nigga name? Trio something.
yeah. He's a goof ass.
Yeah, he put a list of artists between Dallas and Texas. I mean Dallas and Houston. Up. There's a few names I didn't know. So it's a lot of new niggas bubbling. Well, I ain't gonna even say bubbling, but they down there. Cause me and you both know this urban shit, nigga, it's a little difficult right now.
Yeah, it's shit watered down right now.
It's watered down, nigga. Them motherfucking labels they ain't turning on the water. They try to turn that shit off. So it's a lot going on our side. I talked to Loose Cannon today. He waiting to get extradited back to Los Angeles so he can try to get another bail.
Muted.
You get the gist of it though. So basically, say so P. He's from Memphis. I guess when he left, he was beefing with some people prior to leaving Memphis when he got signed by Sauce Walka, or he went to Las Vegas. They told him, "Don't bring your ass back. You bring that ass back, we gonna kill you." He came back thinking it was all sweet and gang because he was Sauce Walka. Now he thought he was protected. He posted a video at a hotel. In the background, it showed it was in front of a door. It showed they was at the Westin. Somebody pulled up to the Westin, and they sent him to the afterlife. And while doing that, Sauce Walka got popped a couple of times in the leg. But the folks was finna execute Sauce Walka until they realized it was Sauce Walka. And they said, you know what? Nah, you good. We ain't got no beef with you. But that white boy, Say So P, he gotta go because he was talking that ish and we told him not to show back up. This shit just sound crazy, bro. It sound like a fucking movie. All this shit sound like a movie, bro. And you expect me to take these niggas serious, bro? Like, come on, bro. You telling me you shouldn't have a gun out here? If niggas think like that, if people think like that, there's no reason why anybody, any household don't have at least 2 guns in the crib. This don't make no sense, bro. And I seen the video. He's. Ugh. I saw the video, bro. I saw bro body laying there lifeless. Man, Zay, bro, that's not something you want to see, bro. That is
Hey
not
man.
something you want to see.
Hey
I
man.
saw the video. I said, oof, oof.
That's crazy.
Golly,
They
I know
shot him
his
in the
mama.
leg
I know
twice.
his mama crying.
Yeah, they shot him in the leg twice because you was associated with him. See,
Yeah,
that's why I don't be hanging around folks like that. Like you got beef with somebody that I get the honorary 2 shots just because I was just with you. Like that don't
he
make sense.
was.
I don't have
He
nothing to
was.
do with anything y'all got
What you
going
call
on.
it though? What you call it when you get hit? It was casualty or what?
Collateral damage.
Yeah, it was collateral damage. That's all it is. It was
Collateral
collateral
damage.
damage. That part of he was just it was collateral damage, bro. It wasn't after him. It was really after bro. So Warner just had to be at the right. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? So if you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, eesh.
That's crazy. This if y'all got beef with that person, do that on your own time while I'm not around. Not while I'm around. Like yeah, they acting like Sauce Walka was with him, boosting him up. Yeah, this, yeah. You only gave him 2 honorary shots. Like what? Not honorary, but you say collateral damage. I say good. Like in the eyes of them, that was like guilty by association type of thing. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that, bro. Like, to be honest, it shouldn't be doing it, period. But at the same time, y'all got beef. Y'all can't handle it like men settle down, sit on the set, do a round table, and talk about the differences and come to a compromise of how we can go through with this. But instead, I'm the person that signs this person, and I get hit because he's beefing with somebody else. Why I'm in it? That's my question. Why am I in it? That's dumb. If I got beef with somebody, if somebody is with them, I don't know if he's with, if he has anything to do with it or not. I don't know him. My beef is with that person, so I'm not gonna do anything to that other person that's riding with him. I don't know him from a can of paint. He could be here. He could be somebody he trying to make a deal with in the media, and then you hit him. Boom. Now they're gonna come at you for shooting a person that was probably appointed to a big company. You get what I'm saying? Like, you never know who these people are around, and they don't care. They see the person they're with, or anybody they're with, start shooting. It's really stupid, really. To be honest,
Yeah, all this shit stupid, bro. You wanna get
stupid,
all this shit,
retarded.
all this shit goofy. But let's get into some football, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, 30 days.
First segment, I did non-football stuff. Now we gotta get into some football stuff. The first topic I want to talk about today, which is very important, Will Levis. Now, for those of you who don't know who Will Levis is the starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, who have the #1 overall pick. He was their quarterback this season. He was a meme every week. Every week he was a meme, and not in a good way. And not in a good way. I think the Titans, they don't want a meme quarterback. They want a quarterback who's actually good. Will
It does
Levis
get
coming out of college, the same way they're talking about Shedeur Sanders. That's why I hate when people talk about this race stuff, bro. Because the same way they were talking about Shedeur Sanders, they were talking about Will Levis. But they think he's better than what he really is. He's not that good. He's too cocky. He's too arrogant. And his draft stock dropped. He didn't even have that much draft stock in the first place to be a first round pick. But the stock that he had, he screwed that up running his mouth. So now when you looking at somebody like a Will Levis, bro, it's like you get drafted in the second round, team gives you opportunity. Halfway through the season, you become the starting quarterback. The first couple of games your rookie season and then in your season, the potential was there. Next year, you just look terrible every week, bro. And the Titans wasn't even that bad. The defense was actually decent. The Titans not even a bad team. You had weapons. You had Calvin Ridley. You had DeAndre Hopkins. You had the running back, Tony Pollard. You had a team, and you couldn't do nothing with it. You couldn't make nothing shake with it. Y'all was terrible to the point where you're picking #1 overall. Now, I'm going to show you guys a video that PFF, Pro Football Talk, when they was at the scouting combine, they interviewed Brian Callahan. And they asked him about Will Levis. Let me find it. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, let me find it. Oh man, I'm trying to find it. Hold on, let me share it first. It's gonna pop up. Let me share it first, though. It's gonna pop up. Hold on.
Hopefully, change our team.
Where are you in the process then? I haven't studied these guys and the top guys in the draft
Pretty intently.
Right.
All the guys that are in that sort of the first class for the beginning of the process.
Right. Sure.
Had a little bit of for us as we've finished until the draft.
Yeah.
What have been your communications to the extent that you're comfortable sharing them with Will Levis about his status and his future?
Yeah, I was very transparent with Will at the end of the season. He knows that at minimum there's going to be competition, based on where we're at in the draft and where we're at free agency wise. That there's a very high likelihood there'll be another quarterback involved in our process, and so he's aware of that. But I think the best part about it for Will is that he just needs to focus on what he needs to do better, and there is nothing he can control. it's all out of his hands, and I imparted on him the best course of action for him would be to get as good as you can get, do all the work you have to do, and be ready to compete. Improve your game and improve your process, and the rest of it's not in your hands. So don't worry about it.
Where does he lose it? And I don't want to say it in a negative way, but like he's got talent. We see that.
Yes.
He's damn strong, good athlete, all that. But there's always these like what the hell moments, right?
Yeah.
What is it in your assessment that he does in his own brain and his game there to kind of go down this path?
There's a moment that happens where the decision gets made, like in a snap spot, that he's got to clean up, and we've had those conversations. That's not something that we haven't talked about. I'm not talking out of turn.
Yeah.
But those are the things we got to eliminate, and I think if you can eliminate the mistakes that we can control, we have a chance to play a lot better brand of football, and him as well.
Right.
You know, if he can eliminate some of those errors that are controllable, I think he's got a chance to improve his play.
Is it like one of those where you go, he tries to do too much, or he thinks too much of his talent at times and thinks he can just overcome anything?
I think depending on what the error is, you can make a case for all that stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
But again, he wants to win. He wants to be a good player. He's passionate about it. Those things are all positive.
Right.
And sometimes you try to do a little too much at the wrong time.
You heard that from the head coach. This Will Levis stats. Will Levis, 2024 season. Completion percentage was 63.1%. He threw for 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's terrible. That is fucking terrible. He had 6 fumbles. He had 6 fumble losses. Oh my God. Easy, bro. But bro, like, this is how I look at it, bro. What's his future? I think they're probably going to trade him because all I'm hearing right now is they're going to get Cam Ward, bro. I keep hearing Cam Ward. Now me, I'm under the, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'm under the assumption that they might shock everybody and get Abdul Carter, the DN, and keep Will Levis. Because say what you want about Will Levis, bro. The arm talent is there. The throw, he can make any throw. The arm talent is there. It's the decision making. And now, so if you're the Titans, is his decision making that bad to where it's like, it's just we can't do it? Or if you can just dial down on some of the bad decision making and keep it simple for him until he shows you that he can go off strip, or he shows you that he can make big time plays without being handicapped or babysit, then you do that. But I just think, bro, I think they're dead and gone. I think it's long gone, bro. How they feel about Will Levis, bro. I think they made their mind up that he's not the guy. He's not the quarterback. I think they make their mind up, but he was drafted in the second round for a reason. He's not a starting quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback for us. He might be for somebody else or somebody going to trade for him. But I doubt somebody trade for him. You feel me? So we're looking at a situation, my boys, that is like Will Levis. He probably won't be a starting quarterback for the foreseeable future. He's gonna probably be a long tender backup for the rest of his career. Only in 2 years.
His future is going to be released on the practice squad, bro. I don't see backup in his future. I see practice squad in his future. I have never seen nobody perform like that as a starting quarterback since.
It's somebody worse than him, bro. So don't cap.
I ain't say nobody yet. Let me think.
I'm saying somebody that's playing NFL right now worse than him. So don't say you ain't seen terrible that bad quarterback. It's somebody that's way worse than him. Anthony Richardson. So let's stop. Well,
Anthony Richardson is bad, but it ain't no make the dude.
Yes, it is, bro.
Bro,
Anthony Richardson threw for his completion percentage was like 40 something, bro.
I'm talking about the dumbass fumbles, bro, not just incompletion interception.
I'm talking about the throws that he be missing, the easy throws. Anthony Richardson,
I'm
terrible quarterback.
The dumbass fumbles that he be doing.
Well, I get you.
I can say Anthony Richardson throwing like Aaron Rodgers right now, and they both missing incomplete shit. But I'm talking about the dumbass shit that Will Levis do.
Right, don't compare Andy Richardson to Aaron Rodgers, bro. Aaron Rodgers still threw for at least 60-some completion percentage. Andy Richardson threw for 40 completion percentage, eh? He was terrible. He got benched mid-season. They gave him the job back, and Joe Flacco showed his age. Let's just stop now. Let's just be real. What we talking about?
But I haven't seen
No,
no other
but
quarterback make dumbass decisions and moves like that. Like I don't know any other quarterback was doing that as a starter in the NFL. Like I can't name you that. I can't. Like not even Jameis Winston was doing shit like that.
yes, he was. What are you talking
What, throw
about?
interceptions? No, I'm talking about
30.
dumbass fumbles, bro. Not no just interceptions. Like
If a
no.
nigga do a 30 for 30, that's terrible.
I mean, yeah, that's just interception, but the shit what Will Levis was doing, nah, Jameis Winston wasn't doing that, bro. Like when he gets sacked, he throw it to the other. No, fuck no, hell no. Not even Jameis Winston or Zach Taylor was doing that shit. I mean, not Zach Taylor, but Zach Wilson. I can't name nobody. I'm sorry. Like that's just some dumbass shit.
Yeah, bro. I just think with Will, bro, like I agree with Brian Callahan. Like you don't control your future anymore, and it sucks. But based on the position that we're in, we're in a position to where we could just switch out, get another quarterback. You're on a rookie deal, so it doesn't cost. It ain't like we're paying you some big money. We draft you in the second round, so you don't cost too much. We draft this guy, Cam Ward. You're the backup. Two strong. Both you guys have strong arms. Both backup. Both of you guys probably can play in the same type of system. Probably will play in the same. It's obviously gonna be the same system. Certain teams switch it up for depending on the quarterback, but both of them, since they both have strong arms, they're probably gonna play in the same system. So you don't control your destiny. All you could do is just get better, and just try to be the number two, fight for number two job, unless the opportunity opens. If the opportunity opens, then take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it. But right now, I just think the Titans are in a position to where they can get Cam Ward. They saw him in Miami. He single-handedly almost took Miami to the playoffs. He's very talented. He has a strong arm, and I just think they like him. I think the Titans over the last couple of weeks have fell in love with Cam Ward, bro. And I just think the Will Levis train is over with. He's gonna be a backup. And one of the things I said when I did the description, I was saying, can he be a starter in the foreseeable future, Will Levis? And I said, yeah, because anything can happen. Anybody can get injured. You know, any quarterback is a tackle away from tearing anything. So we can expect. You always going to expect that every year. But I just think Will Levis, I just think he need to be a backup for a little bit, humble himself down a little bit. And I think he's gonna be better, bro. Will Levis, he has the potential, bro. You're talking about a dude, he's 6'3", 6'4". He's tall, he's muscular, and he has a strong arm. Work on his mechanics a little bit, his decision making. We're talking about a guy that can make Pro Bowls, bro. That can throw for 30 touchdowns, can throw for 4,000 yards. I just think he need to sit back a little bit, watch, humble himself. And I think when opportunity presents itself, he gonna take advantage of it and he gonna be decent, bro. But sometimes it take guys sitting down for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Understand and sit behind somebody, learning from other people's mistakes, learning how they can get better. Then they come out, be a starter, be somebody that can lead somebody team. And I think that they get better results. So, like I said, he'll be all right. But you know what I'm saying? Only person he can blame right now is him because he played like shit last year. So that's on him.
Man, that shit was that is a perfect example of not for making a mistake at a draft pick. That is what they call a franchise shifting pick. And people don't tell y'all that you can shift your you can shift that for the good or the bad. And that shift for the worst. So that is a bad pick. I don't know what they saw in Will Levis, but hey. Oh my God, yeah, he a goner. Yeah, Cam Ward get drafted. That's crazy. How you get two number one? I ain't gonna say number one picks, but first rounders, Malik Willis and Will Levis, and they both don't pan out. Fire your scouting department. Fire your scouting department, bro. They got to change up something. I don't know how they don't see the flaws and stuff, but whoever in there telling them, draft this person, they don't need to be in the building. They don't. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard the scene, but they tried to take out Juju. My God.
I don't talk about Mark Madden to the Final Four, bro.
I was talking
That's
about women.
the Elite Eight.
Or the
Talking
Sweet
about that
16?
too. Yeah. Because I like to get
The
into
Sweet
this,
16
man.
is basically right now.
Man, fuck all that. Let's get into the Cavs NBA, man. Talk about no female, man. Cavs, man. Cleveland Cavaliers, #1 seed in the East. They're probably gonna, even though they've been playing poorly the last couple of games, they're on a 4-game losing streak. The probability of them losing the #1 seed is very low, bro. Still, you know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna finish the season with a #1 seed. You know what I'm saying? Unless Boston go on a crazy streak, you know what I'm saying? And the Cleveland Cavaliers lose about 5 or 6 more games, which I doubt. Cleveland probably they're gonna probably have the #1 seed through the playoffs. So you're gonna have to play through Cleveland if they go through the playoffs. So the playoffs are gonna run through Cleveland this year in the East, which is dope in my opinion. But they've been on a losing streak lately, bro. And you got 3 All-Stars, Mobley, Garland, and Donovan Mitchell. For them to be losing like how they're losing, to me, is disappointing because I feel like they have a team that really can compete. I feel like they have a team that we can see go toe to toe with a Boston team that has about 5 guys that can score 20 on the team, 6 guys that can score 20 on the team any night, and 2 that can score 30 or 40 any night. They're going to be a tough out for anybody, and any team is going to struggle against them. I thought Cleveland will have the best opportunity, but right now, when we're coming to the conclusion of the season, Cleveland is doing stuff that makes me say, are we going to have one of those another Donovan Mitchell season, to where it's so much hype and attention on a Donovan Mitchell led team, and they're one and done again. But they lose in the semifinals. They can't get to the NBA final. They should have made to the NBA finals. I just hope that we don't get that. But that's what it seemed like that we're getting again, bro, because they're on this losing streak, and I'm not used to seeing them. They've been beating everybody but lately, been dominating. They should be playing way better than what they're doing right now than the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by Donovan Mitchell. And I just feel like I've just seen more and more examples of Donovan Mitchell led teams that's underachieving with Utah, his first year with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I feel like it's gonna be this year again, bro. And that's why I have the Bucks making the playoffs, because I knew this was gonna happen, where Cleveland is gonna look like a team that make you question them and say, "Dang, y'all the #1 seed, y'all got on a 4-game losing streak. What we do that at? Why? There's no reason why you're the #1 team in the East and you're on a 4-game losing streak. The team that you shouldn't even be losing to." So when I'm looking at the Cavs, bro, I just hope it's not another year of, oh, here goes that Donovan Mitchell led team, or they're underachieving. They make the second round and lose in the second round, even though they're supposed to win the first round. I mean, even though they're supposed to make it to the conference finals, they lose again. A shot, underachieve. Donovan Mitchell teams always underachieve, and this losing streak makes me say, dang, are we going to see that again? What's your thoughts, bro?
I'm not going to see that because every team that's been great has had some slumps before, and it's just that they slump is just hitting right now instead of just in the middle of the season, because we have not seen no slump from the Cavs from beginning or the middle of the season. So I believe this should be expected because we haven't seen that. Like, yeah, you see them lose, but then go on another win streak. But it's like slumps happen. Like that shit, you cannot run from a slump. Like it's going to happen regardless, anytime, anywhere. So this like we finally see that slump that we folks thought that they ain't gonna see. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna see a slump, bro. Like every good team has it. Like you, unless you're not the 73-9 Warriors, not the 72-10 Bulls. No team, even the Boston Celtics won a slump, but they still won a championship because they know when to lock in when it's time to lock in. But still though, They were just in a slump, little slump. Like even if they lose if they lose the rest of I ain't gonna say lose the rest of the games, but they still clinch number one seed and all that shit. So it's like 17 games left, and I don't know if their schedule's going on a back to back or 6 games in 8 days type of thing. But it's like, I don't want to, we don't want to like go heavy, put full pedal to the gas toward the end of the season. We got all gassed out and shit and all that. But it's like, because I be seeing some games where Shy Sid and certain players out. Hell, the Lakers had all their damn starters out, like against the Bulls. Like no, not against the Bulls. It was another team, but it was another team that had everybody out, starters and all. So I'm like, they doing that to preserve from letting their own positioning. The Cavs, the slump, it's all good. Like it's nothing to panic about because they've been winning for so fucking long. Like y'all, they're gonna tire out eventually, y'all. Like shit. That's like you putting on turbo coming out the gate, trying to race somebody, then boom, you ahead of them, but then boom, you run out of gas so fast and shit like that. So it's like at the tail end, it's gonna feel like that. And then you're gonna see some games we're gonna rest and whatnot. Probably gonna cruise throughout the rest of the season because they still got number one spot to clinch it already. So, then going in the playoffs, they'll be fully rested and go full throttle again. But it's nothing to panic about. Like, to be honest, because every team does that. Every team has that. Like, especially with this certain Cavs team. But any other team that Donovan Mitchell was on is probably on some like underachieving shit. But because you see that losing shit in the beginning of the year or in the middle of the year, but we haven't seen it until now. Like damn near, because playoffs start April 20th or some shit like that. We're seeing that towards the end of the season instead of just in the middle of the season. That's what I'm saying. So there's nothing to panic about, bro. They're all right. They know how to lock in when it's time to lock in, when it's time to be serious and all that shit.
I'm gonna give you the last words on that, my boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all today. A nice little good little hour today. We will be back tomorrow. Talk some March Madness. Got some things to talk about. We're gonna tomorrow. We got some things to talk about. We got grown men taking their homosexual sons to prom, and their sons have
Also,
dresses on.
we have grown
So
women cop blocking their sons.
Zay sent me the topic that's trending, that's based on that. Then we'll talk about it. But I think he just talking or just saying something right now.
Nah. You should have seen this.
If he send me the video, then we'll see it tomorrow. So I'm gonna start. I'm fucking with him, but I know he got the video, so he gonna send that to me so we can watch it. But we got grown men taking their gay sons to prom, which is awkward and weird, and their sons dressed up like women. But we don't want to talk about that though. But we gonna talk about it though, because we don't shy away from those type of topics. Like I said, we gonna talk about that Martin Madden. We gonna talk about that Shador Sanders. We didn't get into Shador today, but I'm gonna get into Shador tomorrow. I know I said I'm gonna talk about Shador today. I'm gonna talk about Shador tomorrow. I got a nice topic about my boy Shador Sanders with the Cleveland Browns. So I think that's a great idea, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a great idea for his career and for Kevin Stefanski to keep his name and keep his job alive with the Cleveland Browns. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video to everybody that you love and that you care about, and so they can enjoy this good content that we cook for y'all every day. We're going to clip this up. We're going to put the shorts out. We're going to put the clips up. Y'all enjoy the short-term version of our videos. We appreciate you guys, and we out. It be like that. Yes, sir.